sleep. What to do? Could somebody come and take me away? I've been in the deep without you, and I got it in my head night and day. But we are one step closer. We're all in this together. Put your hand in mine. Yeah, we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby? It's the end of the line. It looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, moving on. Oh, it looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, staying strong. Oh, it looks like we. It looks like we. Yeah, it looks like we made it. Let's get it on. We got it going, staying strong. Oh, it looks like we made it.
That's some change in weather.
Nah, it's nice to see it now.
Ah, it was due.
So it is nice to see it, all right. But
He's much slurry out yet.
getting there, but plenty to go yet. So be a few more days out next week anyway.
Maybe get a call yet then.
Saturday, lad, Saturday.
Saturdays only. So what's the story of the day, Adam?
Well, we're in a block of rented ground here down at Derby. Just our own 2 tankers and a mixture of local contractors helping us out today. No matter how much machinery I would have, there's no guarantee of getting any drivers for it anyway, so that's as well off just working with our own stuff. It's our own pipe, own pump, 2 tractors and 2 tankers is our own, so keeping them busy and then just subbing in whoever can get, you know.
Well, is drivers a problem? Like I know times it's bad enough you have to ring me on a Saturday, but
Well, it's I'll not say it's a problem, but it's like we wouldn't need the tractors and the tankers all the time. Like it's too much money to have laying out, you know, for the week in the year that you need it. So it just makes more sense for us to sub in on the days we need it.
how much does your nurse tank hold?
Holds a bit of tanker load. I would say if you were really pushing it, you might get 2,700 in it, you know. But you always get spillages.
Yes. We'll not go into that.
It's a great way of handling Slurry. So it is, you know.
The pipes.
Aye, but it's just as slow about getting set up and stuff. But whenever you're going, you can shift a lot of stuff.
Well, whenever you were sort of buying up the pipe system, did you consider the DCA, or was it always going to be the nurse tank?
Well, whenever that pipe system was bought, I was sitting in a pub in New Zealand, so it was, and I got a phone call from Daddy. Did a thing, what you do, bought a pipe, and I couldn't hardly believe it because we never ever would have had contractors in doing stuff or anything like that. We always used to wait and just go at it with tankers whenever it came dry enough. We bought the pipe in 2018. 2017 the back end, it got that bad at a sickener. Couldn't get Slurry out at the back end and all the rest of it, so he got a pipe in and just took a mad notion over the winter time and went and bought one. So the first year we just direct pumped all our own ground just to get a feel for what we were doing and stuff like that, and still did the connector and far away stuff for the tankers. And then it was the year after that we actually hired a nurse tank off Ryan Boyle there, John Wilson.
Yes.
And he came in with his tankers. By that stage we had bought that Heron tanker with a boom on it because we knew we wanted to go down that route. And then he came in with his tankers and then that kind of got us started off. I think that was the year he kind of went out the umbilical in a big way as well. Like it was around that time. Like there was a lot of umbilical systems sold after 2017. But it was just that friggin' bad a year. February was a rough month, so we definitely don't have February to blame if the rest of this year's bad as well.
So you hadn't really much of an input in the whole pipe system. It was already bought for you to come home to, really.
Daddy, he was always a great machinery man. He always just had that interest. I've done very, very little with it. I spent that much time working with beasts and one thing or another. I try and get out in the tanker the odd day here and there if I have time to do it.
So whenever you first bought it, Were you just working with a splash plate, am I right?
Yeah, we had a dual splash plate at that time because it was a cheap way of getting into it, because travel bars at that time weren't compulsory or anything. It was still very much choice at that stage. And then we did what everyone else did, and then whenever they brought out the grant, we went for the 12 metre dual macerator thing as well. The splash plate's still sitting down there. If anybody watching wants to buy it, I'd quite happily sell it to them.
I'll put your number along the bottom of the screen there.
Hit me up. But,
maybe a Snapchat would be more useful. If there's any women watching, get on.
That's it. It works grand, and that wee 516, you know, she's nice and light for over the ground and stuff, and so, well, that's the first year she's been on the pipe right enough, but it seems to be doing grand.
What did you have on the pipe beforehand?
We had an old 712, it was the first Fendt we ever had. It was bought in 2005, and then very sadly went on fire last year. Well, to be fair, 18,000 hours, it was, she served her innings, like, you know, I definitely couldn't complain about her.
Yes, still a sad way to go all the same.
Sad way to go, but she was never going to leave any other road, so, but no reason to sell her or anything else. She was, but her days of hauling and that sort of stuff were over. But did a lot of work still with a hedge cutter and just sort of more gentle jobs, spraying and that pipe work and all that. She would have done for a long time just doing that. But sure, you can't keep them all either.
Well, that's true. But you are predominantly Fendt, like I know you have a 6520 there in the pump, but
6520's in the pump there. We just thought the first one, it served us that well. Even this tractor around now, had it for 7 years now and puts the guts of 7,000 hours on it, and there's never been any significant problems with it. We niggly things like sensors and stuff, but still a good tight tractor yet.
You never really walk into a farmer's yard and you see a yard full of Fendts. What puts people off it? Because obviously you can do it.
It'll come down to price. A modern day dairy farmer doesn't care less about tractors. Like, I have friends there that milk a pile of cows and they own a tractor, a feeder wagon and a shovel and a slurry pump, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, contractors do everything, whereas we're very independent. We do all our own groundworks, do all our own slurry, do all our own silage. We're still machinery men at heart, so on the days where we can get away in tractors, we'd rather have nice tractors to sit in.
But then that probably helps your staff situation too. You know, whenever you're coming to a yard and you know there's nice tractors to go and sit in, it's far easier to get men than...
Like, if you were sitting in a yard full of New Hollands, like, you know, something like that, you maybe wouldn't...
What are you trying to say?
No, because we like driving the tractors ourselves, so the Fendt is sort of more our proven tractor. Around the place we have a lot more faith in them, you know. So if I'm buying them with a few more hours on it, then so be it, because the stuff seems to be in them, and the residual values in them as well. It's like this tractor here, prime example, we've run it now for nearly 7,000 hours,
yeah,
and it hasn't lost much money at all. If I want to trade this thing in, like, you know, it'd still nearly be, well, I'd say about 10 grand down on what I paid for it 7 years ago, but I know it's a bigger jump up now.
Oh yes, but...
You know, but it's not, you know, they do seem to be standing the test of time.
But do you look at the price of second-hand tractors now too? You know, they've gone up, you know, 10-20% over the past 5 years.
It's, the price of everyone's gone up exponentially, but at the end of the day, you have the rest of the kit there, you need something to put in front of it. There's a few men that's still at the same sort of thing as we are, you know, and you can sub in tractors and chillers and stuff from them whenever you're busy, and all that kind of buffers the cost of it a bit, you know. Rather than having to carry everything, but that's there's always other things to be doing rather than buying machinery, really, you know.
Like that there?
Aye, prime example.
So talk me through that there now. What's this latest project you're going through?
We're putting in a rotary parlor. So our current parlor, it's in for 25 years and we've just outgrown it, and spending nearly 7 hours a day in the parlor is just, it's not really useful to anything anymore. So,
well, then what sort of spec is your rotary? What make is she?
It's Waikato, New Zealand brand. It's fairly standard rotary spec, drafting system, feed to yield, OID, all that sort of stuff. It's really just to get the thing sped up a bit. If all works, we should be finished milking in about an hour and a half. So, it'll be a massive time saving in the day. And even valuing your own time as well, and valuing your own health. Standing in the parlor is not good for anybody.
No, it's not, no.
You know,
have you used rubber mats or anything down on the floor or anything
no.
like that? No, just bare concrete.
Just, well, aye, more or less, aye. So, a comfortable pair of wellies is a must. We decided to go that way. We never had much passion for robots. I still wanted to keep very much with the whole thing of you finish your milk and you go and do something else and you come back to it. The robots in theory would give you a lot more freedom and that sort of stuff, but it's the days where it doesn't work and you having that time built into your day, it's going to be far more of an annoyance and an inconvenience than what going to milk is. And especially if you're like, there's no hardship going to milk if you know it's only going to take you an hour. If anything, if you were sitting in a tractor all day, you might be glad of the break.
But what is, like, so is this the problem with robots? Because from my experience talking to people through the country, or they're like Marmite, you either love them or hate them.
We talked about the idea around here for a long time, putting in 2 robots, milking the high yielders that way, keeping the powder going and milking the rest. And to me, that just, it didn't make any sense because, like, you would have the upkeep of 2 machines, so you had 2 different ways of milking, and the powder we had, it needed a lot of money spent on it and stuff, so that just wasn't going to be a thing for me at all. We said, right, keep at the milking, but find a way to do it quick. I had a pretty bit of experience with rotaries and my time away from home and stuff. I used to relief milk to a few different farms whenever I was at university, and they all had rotaries, and it's just a great system. And
how many cows will last part of milk then?
How long's a piece of string?
Well, how many does she do in one rotation?
It's 40 stalls. The thing about the rotary is, your slower cows and that, they're just automatically retained and they just go round again. You're not
watching them.
You're not tied up waiting to get a side let out or anything like that. You know, they just work on at their leisure.
Out for a wee Sunday drive.
Just a wee sail round, you know.
So,
whereas with a big parlor, if you a slow cow, you're holding up 20 odd. Even with a current parlor, like slow cows and stuff, like you're standing watching them, you know, and you're losing time that way. But it surprised me whenever I first started looking at it, because I thought a farm our size, we wouldn't ever have justified a rotary.
Yep.
But then whenever I started pricing it up against the likes of your big rapid exits and all that, it wasn't a world away. I know the installation costs and stuff maybe a wee bit higher than that. Well, for a rapid exit, you would have needed to build the same width of shed for a rapid exit as what we built for that, to give cows plenty of room to walk forward and out and around and stuff. So there's no real bigger cost there, but just there's a lot more building work and that sort of thing to do around it. But it's a one-off thing, you know. I'm hoping like this will do me my day. You spend a bit more and put in the thing that you want, and it's a lot less wear and tear on the operator as well, because they're standing in the one place, whereas in a big parter, well, the biggest thing with a big long hormone is you would nearly need 2 in it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's hard enough to get staff to sit in tractors on the days you need them, rather than get somebody to stand in the parter with you twice a day.
That's your Matthew McCurdy was standing in the parter with you all day if he could.
He'd be too busy sitting drinking tea at Ballersheen. Oh no, Matthew, I can't fault him either. Like, you know, it's his own work to do at home there, and he was still jumping on the steps of the shovel with me at 8 o'clock this morning. Just mad to get at it, but definitely I can't really say a bad word about him at all now.
He loves that Stoda pump.
Yeah. Man nearly lives for it, so he does. It's a great help to have somebody like that, because it's him and Dad, get on well, they just get on with it, he knows what he's doing, he never hassles me or anything. It's a great help that he's there to do it.
Well, you've rhymed off your 516, your 720, your 716. There's a 724 floating about there as well.
Aye, well, it's...
What's the story with her?
724, she's out in demo at the minute from Michael but it was nice of them to put on two new PTO sensors on me for free there yesterday, so that was nice of them. Aye.
Very good, very good.
It's just so happened to be that the salesman, he landed out at the point where that was getting more, so I could sort it out quicker than what it normally would anyway.
Well, that always helps the sale.
Aye. Alex Mow and Fair Michael Dairies, can't really fault them, you know, they've always looked after us. Whenever the 712, whenever she went on fire, we weren't really wanting to spend big on a tractor with this parter project looming and stuff, so we bought a Valtra out of Scotland, thinking that would sort of tide us over and stuff, but it's not going to. Like, we just can't make peace with the power shift transmission at all. It's just not as nice a thing to work with as what we've sort of come accustomed to. It's been a few reliability issues as well, so That's why the 734s here maybe upgrades a bit. I thought it was a good enough tractor too, don't get me wrong, but you just get bad ones and everything. Like, I think we just been unlucky. It's a life lesson, you just stick to what you know. So
Which is a strong big tractor too. Like I mind carting maize and grass and all in her. Like you wouldn't think there's a trailer behind her a lot of times.
I know she is. Like even I done a lot of mowing with her and stuff. Since she come on like twin pack mowers, you wouldn't feel them on her at all. Flies up and down hills, everything, everywhere. Like you couldn't second her, you know, and even the one pass was on her there at the back end. Like you just couldn't second the tractor. But just not what we're used with. Daddy, he couldn't make peace with the power shift idea at all. So he couldn't. After having Mario for about 19 years this year, but just wasn't going to work out.
You wouldn't want to go back to manual yourself after that?
Not particularly, no, but you know, like we always did it before the Fendt ever come. Like the main tractor was a 6600 John Deere, and like before that it was Reynolds and Leylands and stuff. Whenever you have 18 years of not having to muck about with gears and headlands and stuff, it's a hard shift to go back to it. Like I bought an automatic pickup there a couple of years ago, and you know, there'll never be anything else again. Like,
does Robert's left foot still work?
Oh, you nearly wonder at times. Oh no, nice big tractor every other way. That's the grass thing too. We always had twin pack mowers in this here, and then we could ever get the money gathered up to do it without our tractor there. It'd be nice to put a set of triples on to hurry. It's not that there's really a wild lot of need for it all, but
it's nice to look at.
Weather windows are always getting shorter and all the rest. I thought I could go out with them two tractors and two men and have all the grass dropped in the day. Somebody following you with a tether or whatever, staying about and getting the harvester ready to go and stuff, it would definitely be a big meaning. Just help you make the most of your weather windows.
You've been playing too much Farm Simulator.
I haven't been playing at all. I can't afford an Xbox.
I listen to you. Did we give up the Cynic evenings?
Oh dear, there hasn't been much time spent on this, that's what it is.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
There was definitely no time for the Cynic meetings whenever I was lambing anyway, but that's all said and done now, so.
Yes.
But that'll maybe do me that carry on. I'm too old for lambing sheep.
Funny, my dad's been saying that since I was in primary school.
And they still at it.
They still at it.
Sure, you said that a weeks ago, what are you talking about? I mean, you're the same age, so.
Ah, sure. I'll be still giving off to my young boy about it when I
probably, yeah.
I've been losing sleep, what to do? Could somebody come and take me away?